many companies are moving towards going back into the office more. So it was hard for them to kind of allow me to go fully remote. And it would have been a bit isolating, I think, if it was just me and everybody else was in the office all the time, I think. So it was something that we considered, but I ended up finding the most perfect meshing of my two skill sets in finance and podcasting. And here we are.
Hello and welcome back to the Garage Slow Club. I'm Tash and I'm here with Viv, which is very exciting.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm normally behind the mic.
Yes.
I'm behind the mic now, but I'm normally off to the side, not behind the mic.
Metaphorically, behind the mic.
Exactly.
Viv is joining us at the podcast, which is very exciting.
I am.
Do you want to explain a little bit about what your job is and what you're doing here?
Yeah, so anything you see going forward on social media will be coming from my brain, my edit, and I'll also be doing a bit of producing, all the fun stuff.
I feel like you've got a really cool kind of money journey. Almost, I don't know if I'll call it that, but let's do your money win first. Do you have a money win or loss of the week?
I do. So it's actually both, funnily enough.
Both?
Yeah. I ordered some pants. I am very, very specific about what I buy. I try to be very mindful about buying secondhand. Usually you will see me buying on Depop, but I got targeted by an ad from Rollers of these spectacular studded jeans, and I just fell in love with them. They were way more than I would usually spend on jeans. How much are they? 240 something, I want to say. Huge for me. I try to be so frugal, but they just got me, and I just envisioned all of the ways that I could wear these jeans, all of these outfits. And then they arrived and I was so excited, unpacked them, and there was a stud missing.
Oh no.
And I was like, it's not the end of the world, but it's just a little bit.
For $240, you want it to be fully good.
A little bit disappointing. My whole vision of how these jeans were going to be just fell apart in that one missing stud. So I messaged Rollers and they refunded me for the full thing and said, just keep them. So now I've got jeans that I can wear for free, basically.
Money win. Can you fix the stud?
Well, I don't have one to replace it with. Okay. It's missing. It's completely gone. But maybe we can do something creative. Maybe a little diamante or something like that.
Yeah. I love it though. $240 jeans for free.
Exactly.
Yay.
Yeah.
When you first did the interview with us for this job, I remember you saying you wanted to move away from Sydney and go build a tiny home on a farm somewhere, which is really cool.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Of course. So I grew up in the country in a little town called Armadale, and it's so funny because when you're from the country, I think anyone from home or a small country town will kind of identify with this. A lot of people are fighting to kind of get out and see the world, and Sydney's kind of this big, scary, wonderful, exciting place to go to. And so I kind of went to uni in Newcastle, then from there moved to Sydney for a job in podcasts and found that I loved the job, I loved the work, but I couldn't afford to keep living in Sydney on the salary that I was on. So I ended up working in social media and production at a bank.
Which a very fun bank. If anyone watches bank social media, they might be able to pick up on which fun bank you were at.
Guess the bank.
Yes.
Comment.
Yes. there's two that come to mind. So yeah.
Exactly.
One of the two.
Yeah. You might be able to find some sneaky cameos on there as well.
Oh, yes. Go investigate.
Any eagle-eyed investigators might be able to find out which one it is. And that was so much fun. And I loved my team so much. I loved the work. It really surprised me because I was terrible at maths in school. So I never, ever saw myself in the finance world. But I had worked a little bit in education. So I really loved that education side of things and teaching young people about money. I really loved that. But although I love my job so much, I found that I did not love Sydney. I was finding it very isolating. I moved with my partner. He also didn't love it at all. So yeah, we looked at where else to go and we just kind of thought, why are we paying so much rent?
Is it worth it? Question, is it worth the time and the energy and the money to be here? Yes, Sydney is great for some things, but it's also exhausting.
Exactly right. And we were paying $800 a week in rent between the two of us. We had a housemate move out and we were in quite a tiny little apartment. So it was a funny dynamic to get another housemate in. Our previous housemate was my best friend. So we were kind of in a position where we were reviewing where we were at anyway. And we kind of just looked at each other and thought, why are we here? And we kind of came to the conclusion that we kind of want to go back to where we spent quite a while trying to fight to get out of. So we ended up making the decision to build a tiny house in the cheapest way that we possibly can. My partner's a builder, so I'm very lucky that we've got those resources for him to do that.
Boyfriend perks for sure.
Exactly. When I say we're building a tiny house, I stand there and pass things.
Oh, you're still part of it. You're helping design whatever it is.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm sourcing tiles. I've got the most beautiful copper basin off Marketplace.
Amazing.
$100. Score.
Bargain.
I am always on the hunt for a bargain. Facebook Marketplace is my favorite place. I learned that from my mum.
Did you find it hard to make the decision to actually quit your job? Because you said that you loved where you worked beforehand. Was that challenging, or were you just so over it that you were ready?
It was really, really hard. And I actually cried lots of tears in front of my team. I loved my team so much. And it's so difficult it's hard to come by an amazing team that's really tight knit and just works really, really well. So it was a really difficult, gut-wrenching decision.
Did you try and make it work with them? Did you ask to go remote? Was that an option ever?
We had discussions about that, yes, but it all was a bit difficult. I think many companies are moving towards going back into the office more, so it was hard for them to kind of allow me to go fully remote.
Yeah, especially in a big corporate, I guess, if everyone else is in the office, you don't want to be the only one not there.
Exactly right. And it would have been a bit isolating, I think, if it was just me and everybody else was in the office all the time, I think. So it was something that we considered, but I ended up finding the most perfect meshing of my two skill sets in finance and podcasting. And here we are.
And now you can work fully remote, which is exciting.
Exactly. It's amazing.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine going into the office every day ever again.
I could not imagine a reality where that, I used to work Mondays in office, Tuesdays at home, Wednesdays in office, Thursdays at home. It was a day on, day off. It was really good.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine doing more than that.
No, definitely not. It feels like such a waste of time and just money, paying for things you don't want to pay to get the train, and then you're probably buying lunch out and all the other stuff. Yeah. I'm really excited. I hope you'll come on again, but I've had so many messages about tiny homes and lots of people wanting to build tiny homes as well. So I'm really interested if we can follow your journey. I feel like that'd be lots of fun.
Absolutely. Let me know on socials or anything what you want to see of that. I'd love to share, and I'd love to hear other people's building experiences as well.
Yeah, we'll have to get photos of where you're up to and the copper sink. I want to see that.
Absolutely.
That'd be pretty cool. Yay.
I'll post it.
Yeah,
I'll post
perfect.
the copper sink.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Tash.
Yay.
Thanks so much for joining us. If you found this episode helpful, please rate us 5 stars, write a review, or share with a friend. If you're new to investing, make sure to listen to our first 10 episodes. Follow us at Get Rich Slow Club or Tash at Tash Invests, or me at Ana Cristina.
The Get Rich Slow Club podcast is a collaboration between Tash Etchman from Tash Invest and Ana Cristina from Perla. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to investing. So make sure you check out our financial services guides and read the product disclosure statement and target market determination for any investments you're considering. See our show notes for more info. Any advice is general and does not consider your financial situation, needs, or objectives, so consider whether it's appropriate for you. This show was brought to you by Natasha Etchman, who is an authorized representative 1299881 of Guideway Financial Services, AFSL 420367, and Perla, who is an authorized representative 1281540 of Sanlam Private Wealth, AFSL 337927. The Get Rich Slow Club acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land we record on. From coast to coast, across land, waters, and communities, we pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging.